I'm really happy with that result. Welcome back to Living with a Classic, and if you're new to my channel, I hope you stick around and consider subscribing. I put in your videos every week, so there's always something new and fun to watch here on the channel. And today, I want to share a tip I just sort of, I figured I'd give it a try, and it seemed to work really well. If you're like me and you have a classic car with white walls, they look great, but not for that long. And that's sort of the issue I've had with this car. It's a daily driven car, and most of the time it sits outside, and the white walls just don't look very nice. I'm not sure if it's a quality issues, that these are not the most expensive tires ever. They're a pretty low brand tire, but they work great. They're fine, and they look really nice. However, the white walls get gray, and well, gray walls don't look that nice. So at least where I live, it's not very common with white walls, so there's not really like a common cleaner you can get at the parts store to clean them off. I mean, there are lots of good tire gels to make them black, tires, make them look nice, tires shine, but nothing to clean out the white walls. So I thought I'd give something a try. My wife got a book I gave her for Christmas with all of these sort of old school cleaning methods, and it's a lot of cleaning with things that you used to use before, like vinegar and things like that. So I thought, let's see what kind of stuff that is. And one of the things that she cleans a lot with that is baking soda, or sort of industrial baking soda, like bicarbonate. So I thought I'd give it a try, and it works really well. So let me show you what the white walls look like, and I'll show you the supplies you need to do this, and it's basically for free, and it's pretty easy. I have all the wheel trims and hubcaps off, like I mentioned in previous videos, because I got new stuff, which is laying in the workshop. I don't want to fit it until the white walls look nice again, because, I mean, that really doesn't look nice. And I'm not sure if it's road grime, or if it's brake dust, or what it is. I always do clean the tires when I clean the car as well, so I have a sponge I just use for the tires, and some car shampoo, and they're nice and clean, so they're not actually dirty. It's just the white walls don't get clean. The rear ones are a little bit better, but not by much, and the other side is exactly the same. So I'm going to show you the supplies, which, like I said, this is basically free. So got some baking soda right there, an old toothbrush. This is just a lid of a plastic container. This particular one is from an ice cream container, just to mix it in, and some water, which I have in this old Coke bottle. And I experimented a little bit, but basically what you want to do is mix it into a paste, and sort of like a toothpaste almost, and which makes sense with the toothbrush. You can get it on there, on the brush, and then you can just brush it on here, and it will go in and get rid of all this grime, and it gets really nice and white again. So I'll set up the camera in a stand. We can mix all this up, and I think we'll start working on this one here in the rear. Got the best light over here, and let's do half at a time so we can see a really big before and after, hopefully. I'm still very much in the experimental phase with this, so I don't have any particular, how much you're supposed to mix, but yeah, just try and make it a paste is what I figured out. But let's see if that is enough. That's too much water. See, it's not that easy to get it to paste, but I think I've only tried this once before on one of the wheels on the other side. It does dissolve really well in water. Alright, I'm going to call that pretty good paste, I think, for now. Let's see. Yeah, I think maybe a tiny bit more, but I think that's going to work. So let's give it a try cleaning half of that wheel. And there's not really a trick to it. I just found that sort of scrubbing it in, it also helps to let it sit on there for a little bit. But you can already see it is getting lighter over there. And I mean, these have never been cleaned, and they've been used for quite a few years, maybe 3 years or so. So there is a lot of dirt and grime on them. As you can see, I hope at least you can see in here, there's already a big difference. It does take a little bit of scrubbing, but I've also found if you let it sit on there for a bit, that helps as well. So I am just gonna let this continue working on here, do half of it, and when you guys come back, I'm ready to rinse this off, and we'll see if there's a big difference. I'm pretty much ready for the first rinse, I think. Hopefully you can see just how much dirt is being, moved around now. So I think they're already a lot cleaner than before, but maybe I'll have to do it one more time. I just have some regular water over here and a sponge. And look at that. Now that's really a huge difference. Like I said, these are not new white walls. They're pretty old, pretty well used. Sit outside all the time, get driven in all sorts of weather. And this is the first time I'm cleaning it. I've got a bit more to do down here. I think I've just managed to brush a lot more up here. But that's a simple thing. You just grab some more and keep going. So you can see it almost instantly turns a darker color. And I'm just going to do a little bit more over here. Another little rinse. I'm really happy with that result. I mean, this is just 2 light passes and some scrubbing, and they've come up great. Can you see how dark and dirty they look there? And you have to imagine this was actually one of the cleanest wheels, or at least they're not as bad as front ones. But I've done a front on the other side, and they came up just as nice as these. So that's really great. I'm gonna mix some more of this stuff up, try and get better at figuring out the consistency of that paste. Do the other side here, and I'll bring you guys back when this side's all done. And as a little bit of celebration, we'll put on the new wheel trim and see what that looks like. Now I think that looks really nice and clean. It's just with some easy things that you have at home, and really not that much time. It's about maybe 3 or 4 minutes per side. So these were really dirty, so we're gonna see how long it lasts. But I mean, less than 10 minutes to do that whole thing. That's really not bad at all with how dirty they looked. And as promised, we're gonna fit some of the new chrome or stainless or whatever it is. Got these here, which are new old stock. Let's see if I can get them on. Those are pretty fiddly to fit, but after a while I gave up and just got a plastic mallet, and that doesn't leave any marks, and that was really the easiest way to do it. Just knock it in there, and now they're definitely not coming off. One thing I did before though was I sprayed the inside of them with rust protective wax, like cavity wax, and I will do that once more from here when everything is dry, just to make sure that they don't rot from the inside out, because they're not really, like I said, easy to take off and clean. And as icing on top of the cake, I do have a hubcap as well. They are not new old stock, but they are in pretty nice shape, and I have polished them up and given them a couple coats of wax, and I think they've come up really, really nice. Now how about that? I think that looks fantastic. White walls are nice and clean. Tires are clean as well. If you want to, you could put some, tire dressing on. I don't think you should get on the white walls, but on the rest of it, get them nice and shiny if that's the look you're after. If you're going to a show or something, I mean, this is a daily driver, probably not going to do that, but I think it looks really, really nice with all this on here again. These were pitted and rusted, the old ones I had, so I removed them. And I removed the hubcaps, of course, as well to clean them off. They had a little bit of pitting on them, but I spent a lot of time polishing them, and now they have 2 coats of wax on top of them as well. So hopefully they should stay pretty nice. I've also sprayed the inside of them with cavity wax to hopefully keep the rust away, but these are a lot easier to take off and clean than these are. But I say the results are really great, and especially with just using a toothbrush, some baking soda, and some water in less than 10 minutes. I think that is excellent, excellent results. We can have a look at the rear on the other side because it looked exactly the same as this one, just so you remember. So this one is nice and white and clean. And this is pretty much a gray wall over here. It doesn't look nice at all. So I got some work now to do, so another half an hour or so, and I should have the rest of this looking really, really nice, but I'll do that off camera. Also want to go inside and grab breakfast. If you can't tell, it's really, really early in the morning, but it was such a nice, beautiful morning. I thought, you know what, I'll go outside. For once it's not raining and I can do this video. I've been wanting to do for a while for you guys. Anyways, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you've used any other methods to clean white walls, I'd love to hear your results. And also, if you try this out, I'd love to hear your results from that as well. And as always, if you want to support the channel, you can go to the Living with Classic store. There's links down below. I got hoodies, shirts, t-shirts, lots of mugs, different things with different prints on them. So you can check that out in the description down below. But until next time, I'm Adam. This was Living with the Classic. I'll see you soon.